One of the massive economic consequences of this pandemic is going to be inflation. More money being added to the money supply without real growth in goods and services causes inflation. What I mean by this is, if more businesses create more jobs, create more taxpayers, and that money circulates throughout the economy, that's real growth. But if the government just prints money without a growth in goods and services, that causes inflation. Sometimes when I'm bored, I like to go to the inflation calculator and see how much a dollar in today's money was worth in a different year. Using that model, in 2000, a dollar in today's money was worth $1.50. Just 10 years ago, it was worth $1.19. The population has actually declined from 2010 to now. So the money in circulation is not because we have a larger population circulating that money. It's because of massive federal budgets where they have to print money in order to pay for it. When you have more taxes, when you have less tax money than you need to pay for spending, you have to print the rest of that money. But what does this pandemic have to do with that, right? Well, the government already is spending $2 trillion in relief. Some of it's good, like small business loans, helping out people through the stimulus. And then some of it's not so good, like bailing out large corporations who bought back their own stock instead of saving money for a rainy day. And the Kennedy Center Arts, whatever the hell that thing is, who laid off their workers right after getting that stimulus that the Democrats were holding out for during this. Whether you're political or not, that's some stupid shit. Either way. But they're going to add that money into the economy without real goods or services being produced to create that money. As a result, it's going to create more inflation. Also, the Fed is having zero interest rates, which means people can borrow money without having to pay back interest. Well, the banks can. They loan it out to you at low interest rates. And that's more money in circulation, therefore causing the speedy decline of the dollar. But the whole goal is to get rid of the dollar. On a side note, in 1913, a dollar in today's money was worth $26.13. I just thought that was interesting to show you how far the dollar has been devalued. So more money in the money supply. But also things are just shut down. It's going to be very hard for things just to get kicking again. Of course, some restaurants, some stores that are large are going to be okay. But these mom and pop stores cannot just go on lockdown for 3 months and then open back up. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs. A lot of people are going to need unemployment. The government's going to get less tax revenue. The economy is going to go down. It's going to cause a recession. But when things restart again, a lot of entities like tourism, sports, entertainment is going to see a big decline. When people haven't had money to pay for groceries, for basic necessities for months, their priorities are going to be that. As a result, you're going to see a lot of sectors take a huge hit when things open back up again. Some movie theaters might not even reopen. They've already been doing bad as it is. And this shutdown's definitely not helping. A lot of these mom and pop restaurants, I have a mom and pop restaurant that is struggling right now. I was watching the news earlier and they were talking about this. So you see all these things happening. Now to surmise it all, we are now under medical martial law. Based upon models, and these models, I've done some more research over the past few hours, were actually funded by Bill Gates. given to Dr. Birx, which predicted 1 million deaths. Now it's down to 60,000, which is what normally happens during a flu season. But now governors and politicians can tell you where you can work, can give you a curfew, can tell you where you need to go, where you need to be. They can order you around through martial law. Our civil liberties are being shit on. All under the guise of protecting the poor. Not the poor, but protecting the sick. Protecting everybody. And as a result, we are now being ordered around in a dictatorial faction. Curfews, lockdowns, what businesses we can use, what businesses are essential. And that's what they want. They want to see how we will react to this pandemic. I see all these pussies who are millennials on Facebook saying, stay home, stay home. Now, if you have a compromised immune system, if you're older, I get that. But if you're a healthy male who is saying that, you're a pussy. Oh my God, stay home. Because if you're willing to stay home during this, then what's going to happen when there's a real crisis of a higher magnitude? You're going to give up more of your civil liberties, more of your freedoms, where you can go to work, what you can do. That's why this is very troubling. Again, it's a real virus. It really kills people. But the economic consequences, the legislative consequences, and shitting on our civil liberties is going to continue. And a lot of these businesses are not going to survive, and I hate to say that. Just a recommendation, though, and then I'll be finished with the series. When this economy restarts, support your local business. Support the mom and pop store. I know it might be a little bit more money to go to the restaurant or to buy groceries from them, but support them a little bit during this troubling time. Help your neighbors out. If they're older, mow their yard. If they need supplies, don't hoard. Just be a better citizen. And we will all get through this.